Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the CRRJU CJ5003. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing a Pagani Design PD 1701 AK Project, and Greg was wearing my Balgella 1611. I asked Grogu what he thought of Elon Musk. He said he prefers the Quartz Noir. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this box. Comes with a hang tag, unsigned warranty card with a number on it. I don't know if this number means anything. It's probably just fake. And then it comes with a sizing tool. And here's the watch. This is the second CRRJU on my channel. Frequent viewers of my channel know that no watch is too cheap for me to review, and ultra affordable watches have become somewhat of a niche for me. And sometimes I can find some real hidden gems considering the ridiculously low prices I pay. Unfortunately, this is not one of them. Unlike the last CRRJU, which I thought wasn't a bad F1 homage, this watch has been a disappointment from the get-go. First of all, it looks like an ultra affordable watch with the chrome plated bezel and plastic dial. The numeric indices also give off that vibe. Even though this is the same watch in the AliExpress ad, the photo has obviously been enhanced. This watch kind of has a Longines vibe to it, but I don't think it's an homage of a particular model. Please correct me if I am wrong. There are no other colorways. I almost didn't review this watch as I try to be optimistic about my watches, and this one just isn't doing it for me. The watch is 42.8 millimeters at the bezel, 51.3 millimeters lug to lug with inverted end links, has a 20 millimeter lug width, and weighs 110 grams on the supplied hollow bracelet with two links removed. The bezel is fixed, it does not rotate. This is not a timing bezel. Then if you look at the numbers, the engraving of the numbers just don't look very well. And obviously too, the bezel is chrome plated. Then the dial, as you can see, the dial is plastic. And it does have these little grooves, kind of like a record though, on the outer part of the dial. Then it does have a chapter ring with the minute markers. Then we got the CRRJU name up top. I don't think CRRJU has a logo. And then no mention of water resistance. All you get is the basic 30. Then we have numbers at the major indexes and batons everywhere else. Then we have stick hands or fence post hands and a thin minute and a thin second hand with no loom. Also, here, let me move it so you can see the hour hand. See, yeah, the hour hand is just another fence post. Minute hand and hour hand is loom, though. Then we have a date at the 6, which is surprising for a watch at this price. Usually you don't get a date at the 6. The reason being is that means you have to have a movement with a date wheel designed for that. The stock date wheels are usually designed for the 3. Then we have a unsigned push-pull crown. You don't get a screw down with 30 meters. Crown action is really loose. Then when you go to set it, you can do it without it jumping, but you gotta hold it when you push it down, and that still jumped a little bit. But you can usually control it. You just have to be very careful and just slowly push it while you're holding it. And even then, you might get a little jump, but not major. Then the crystals, flat mineral glass. You don't get sapphire at this price. The case is a chrome-plated alloy. I actually like the case. I think it has a good shape to it. Plus the lugs curve down. So I like the case. Then the case back is a snap-on. You don't get screw down. It's just 30 meters usually. Then it says CRRJU stainless steel back, which is another tell that the rest is not. Then it says water resistant. Then it gives the model number. It says made in China. Underneath the case back, I don't know what the movement is. It's cheap, it's Chinese, and it's quartz. And I'm not going to take the case back to find out, because usually there's no writing on them anyway. The bracelet has hollow end links, and it's a hollow bracelet. And where you attach it to the end links, you have a really bad wobble here. And it's on both end links, so it's just not that I got a bad one. They're all like that. Now the links themselves don't wobble that bad. They're fine, but it's just where they're attached to the end links. And these are hollow links, and they have push pins. And then the clasp is just cheap and pressed, and it's one of these side ones. The trouble with these side ones is they take up all the room in the clasp, so there's usually not very much room for micro adjust. You only get 2 in this case, and these are fairly big links, so you need more than 2. But then again, this is a fairly light watch, so the perfect fit isn't quite as important. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. The case sits nice and flat on your wrist, so I do like that about it. And it's a little loose. I probably could move it in one micro adjust. But it's so light that I really don't want to bother. Here we are on the loom room. The last CRRJU I reviewed had at least so-so hand loom, so let's see what we have here. As we speed up the time, everything fades very fast, with the numbers going first, followed by the batons, and then the hands. At least the minute hand is the strongest thing on this watch. What do I like about this watch? Well, I like the fact that it has a 6 o'clock date. And I do like the case. I think it's shaped well and it sits nice and flat on your wrist. And not counting the end links, the actual links of the bracelet aren't too bad for hollow links. What are my gripes and groans? Well, cheap appearance. The bezel and the dial and these numeric indices just look bad. Lousy loom, loose crown action, and really horrible wobble at the end links. And a clasp with only 2 holes to micro adjust. Do I recommend this watch? No, I did not enjoy my time wearing this watch. The end link wobble is atrocious. The bezel and numeric indices just scream second rate. So, no, unless you really fancy it. I mean, it's not a smoldering piece of crap. It's just something that when you wear it, you just won't look down at your wrist and say, oh boy, I'm wearing this. Well, thank you for watching the review of the CRRJU CJ5003, and I will be back with another review or unboxing. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and maybe share it. I'm still under 2,000 subscribers, so I need to grow this channel somehow. Bye.